This hour by Frederick Remington, fully cooked, ready-to-eat bacon. Exclusive, no refrigeration, 10-year extended shelf life bacon. The thickest, meatiest, center-cut bacon in the industry at fullycookedbacon.com.
1-9818. Again, 800-261-9818.
Welcome and thank you for tuning into the Naseema Omer Show. I am Naseema, your host, and you can find me on my website, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com. You can share the file of today's show with your friends and family and listen to it again as a resource, because we do have the files available via archive files and podcast files. Also, I put together a YouTube file so that you may enjoy the audio file and look at pictures of topics we're going to talk about today. I have a great show planned for you today with a very, very, very special guest and friend of mine. Hello, George.
Hello, Naseema.
Excuse me, I have allergies acting up here. George, I've known for many, many years through the corporate world. George Heim is an IT project manager.
Yes.
Is it IT these days, IS these days? What is it these days? One of the two, all of the above?
Yes, it is.
We went through many changes in just that definition, right?
Correct.
Name what we call our departments. IT project manager. He majored in mass communication. That's awesome. And has done some radio and TV work as well on sports. You know, George, do you want to talk a little about that right now?
Sure.
Or
we can go through that right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
tell us about that.
Sure. I was a mass comm major in college. Had my own radio show. And then found out that radio disc jockeys barely made a minimum wage. And so I switched majors. But getting back to my most recent radio days is we had a radio show and then a TV show at the cable station here in Burnsville and Egan. And it was called Excellent Adventures in Sports with Young Einstein and the Midnight Thug. Mm-hmm. And we did this live for a couple of years. We did 50 shows, 50 live shows in a year, and we won some award on it. But we had several interesting guests. We had wrestlers from the Western Wrestling Association. We had gypsy dancers. We had a reoccurring guest named Red Neckerson would come in he was from the hill country in Kentucky or something, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's
wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. And really, I just found that aspect or elements about you just last week, really, in our conversations. And you also are a Toastmaster agent, which is wonderful.
Yes. Toastmaster agent, yes.
Right? That's the title that they've given you on the membership info.
Oh, really?
On the Toastmaster, on our Cosmos website page. Tell us a little about your family. I know you have a lovely wife, Mary Beth, and two boys.
Two boys, yeah. Two adult
children. Yes, like mine, yeah. Thank God they grow up to be adults eventually, right?
Exactly.
Right? Wonderful. Well, today's topic is going to be all you ever wanted to know, or whatever we can squeeze into this episode about Reykjavik, Iceland. Very exciting topic. You know, I love to travel and adventures, and George, I understand you do too. So tell me, how did you and your wife get to decide on going to Iceland?
Well, Iceland became the forefront of my travel to-do list a few years ago when I met a gal that said that Icelandic Air had very inexpensive flights back from Minneapolis back to Reykjavik because of the tourists coming in from Europe. So I went, that'd be great to do. And then it kind of mulled around and stewed around. And then we decided, well, I'd really like to see the Northern Lights before I, check out. And so we went, well, let's go to Iceland. I went, let's go to Iceland. And so we mulled that around, and my wife made reservations. And a few months later, we were landing in Iceland.
Wow, that's wonderful. And you were in Iceland actually in the early part of March this year.
Correct. Yes.
And I myself was there in Reykjavik for 4 days in the early part of May. So that's wonderful. That's why we're having this show, is to share all our experiences, information that we've collected and seen firsthand. And you're absolutely correct. Iceland went through that banking crisis not too long ago, really. It seems not too long ago, but it is almost 10 years ago.
Almost 10 years.
2008 it started, and really they're recovering very nicely. So tourism was very clever on the part of Iceland Air in particular.
Exactly, yes.
Because my main thing, my why visit Reykjavik was because I was looking for fares to my Paris trip. And I did Paris, France, and I took Iceland Air, and they have a free of charge, no additional airfare for a stopover, meaning an extended overnight layover for up to, I believe, 6 nights or 7 nights. And I chose that option. So on my way back from Paris, and they do that for flights to Europe from the States. So that's how I decided, hey, why not take advantage of this, and I'll just stop over there on my way back. So that's how I landed over there in Reykjavik. Now, you had planned to have a rental car.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, we rented a car.
Okay. And how did that go? That went well?
Yes, it did. It was custom when we landed in Reykjavik International Airport, which, by the way, is not in Reykjavik. It's in, I think it's Keflavik. It's on the little peninsula southwest of Reykjavik. Anyway, we landed there. Custom was a breeze. Picking up the bags were a breeze. But getting the rental car was a long process, and we got one, and was a little tin can. It was about the size of this table. Okay. And it was the roads were easy to kind of drive on and follow on. I mean, you were there almost 2 months before me, so I would think it was much more colder than when I was there. But it was unseasonably cold when I was there as well. The weather when we were there was fairly nice. For the first few days, it was sunny and warm in the sun. But if you got in the wind, it was cold. It went right through you. It's kind of like being in Fargo or Grand Forks.
Yes, that wet, moist, cold. Yes, absolutely. And I must share a saying. So while I was there, actually, George, I saw so many happenings of the weather all in one day, or all in half a day almost. I saw rain, wind. Of course, the cold was there. It was unseasonably cold. Sun, little baby hail.
Really?
Yes, and it's snow flurries for a little bit.
Wow.
So the saying there was, wait 5 minutes. I was astonished. I'm like, this is what happened. This is what I saw. And then the very next day, there was just some little hail, no snow. Just for like maybe a fraction of minutes.
Okay.
And the saying there goes, wait 5 minutes and the weather will change. So it was a normal occurrence to the locals there. I, on the other hand, decided not to rent a car because, number one, I thought, I'll just do a lot of touring and I'll stay kind of close by and do a lot of walking and kind of get my exercise in, and I love to kind of explore on foot too. So I did an Airbnb stay. I found a really nice Airbnb stay with a lady and her sister who live very close to the I may mispronounce it, but you know what? Do you speak Icelandic?
No, I do not.
Okay, I can get away with it. I hope my listeners will send me a feedback correcting my enunciation if they choose to. But Omer Meth Hall, which is the food hall next to that Hotel Omer Square. So I was in walking distance between there.
Mm-hmm.
And my host of the Airbnb, I had my own private room, etc., very comfortable, coached me on 2 bus options I could take. And she was the one who actually told me, inquire about the fly bus, which is also called the Iceland excursion, while I'm in flight, because she thought they were available there and probably for a discount. And she was correct. So I inquired with the flight attendant, and I got 5% off, and I got my round trip fly bus tickets all using my credit card.
Wow. Right there on the plane?
Right there on the plane. And I use Delta Miles cards because I love racking up those miles because we love to travel.
Yep.
So that's what I did, and so I was very close to what's called bus stop number 10. That was something I knew inside and out, that area. But the location was really nice because it was right in front of this Hotel Omer Square, literally the hotel and food mall. And opposite it was that famous museum that we're going to talk about.
Are we going to talk about it now or are we going to talk about it later?
We can talk about it now. You can mention, you pronounce that name better than I do.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the Phallological Museum.
That's it.
That's it. Right across the street. And at that time, I didn't know what that word exactly meant. I knew what it stood for, etc. So I had to look it up. But apparently, the Icelandic Phallological Museum, I got this from the website, from Google search. Thank God for the World Wide Web.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
Is probably the only museum in the world to contain a collection of phallic specimens belonging to all the various types of mammals found in a single country. Contains a collection of 215 penises and penile parts belonging to almost all the land and sea mammals that can be found in Iceland. Now, isn't that fascinating?
It's very fascinating.
Had I known that little tidbit, I would have probably tried to find time to go in there. But next time I hear that music, and what that means is we'll be right back after this quick short break.
Bacon lovers, we ship free. Try our amazing bacon. No refrigeration required. Proprietary value-added packaging provides 10 years shelf life and protects the leanest, thickest, center-cut, fully cooked bacon in America today. Ready to eat right from the pouch or warm and serve. Savory and delicious. Wholesale price for your everyday use. Order today at readytoeatbacon.com. readytoeatbacon.com.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771 for your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts and patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Frustrated trying to get business capital? Want to take the slow process and rejection out of the equation? GCNloans.com removes the slow, irritating approval process. Instead, get quick, simple funding. Powered by David Allen Capital, 80% of our pre-qualified clients are approved in days. Pre-qualify at GCNloans.com and get your money this week. It's that easy. GCNloans.com. That's GCNloans.com.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists, get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Sling bow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of sling bow, a new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
Hello, this is Dr. Bill Deagle, MD of NutriMedical.com, announcing the breakthrough Red Deer Velvet DR. It delivers the protected building blocks of all organs and tissues, allowing your own stem cells as architects and engineers to regenerate you. Not since fetal life, when aging does not occur, has such an amazing NutriMed been available to help heal you and regenerate you. Anti-aging requires that you correct mineral, activated nutraceutical, and jump the gene defects and poor diet you have to deliver the cellular tools for rejuvenation. You must remove old damaged cells and replace them with your young healthy cells to wind the biological clock to a younger you. Order your Red Deer Velvet DR now at NutriMedical.com 24/7 or 888-212-8871. That's NutriMedical, N-U-T-R-I, Medical, M-E-D-I-C-A-L.com. Or call our order line 888-212-8871.
Want revenge on the common housefly? Well, after 10,000 years, someone has finally come up with a better way. The Bug Assault, a miniaturized shotgun, which utilizes ordinary table salt as ammunition. Non-toxic and no batteries required. So much fun, you'll forget you have a wife and kids. $39.95 and free economy shipping. Use discount code GCN and get an extra 10% off your purchase at bugassault.com. Fire your fly swatter. Get your Bug Assault today.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show. I am interviewing, we're having a great conversation, Mr. George Heim and myself, and we're talking about Reykjavik, Iceland in particular, and attractions and tours, etc., and more. I want to credit Genesis Communication Network, who's headquartered in Burnsville, Minnesota. Both George and myself are in the studios here. Genesis Communication Network produces my show here. And kudos and a shout out to Mr. John, who's our board's operator. Like all the other board's operators here, does a wonderful job. Just before we went on break, I was kind of trying to give you a picture of this location that I had where my Airbnb was located, and we decided to pipe in information about that philological museum. Well, anyways, across that street, not far from the food hall, is also the taxi stand, and then behind the food mall, you can catch a bunch of other local buses. So it was really a nice location, and it is on that one main street called I don't know how I could spell it, but it's one of the two main streets in Reykjavik. You probably know which one it is, that Youngevity Street.
All consonants and a couple of vowels, right?
Yeah, there you go. I did, George. That reminds me. Look at this. I'll post a picture of this book on my YouTube file. I picked up a book actually from MSP Leaving, right? Icelandic 101, a practical guide for beginners. but I've just flipped through the pages. So, but anyway, that's a resource if somebody wants it. It's very easy to read, and it gives a kind of nice, how you would say it phonetically. But anyway, so my Airbnb was very nice, and in preparation for the trip, George, I don't know about you, but I took with me beef jerky, I took a bunch of bars, I took bone broth sticks, powder sticks that I could just mix in hot water, and I have a routine typically of having lemon juice, fresh lemon juice with some good honey in warm or hot water first thing in the morning. And so because I didn't know where I would be, etc., or how close I'd be to stores, etc., I just took my lemon essential oils, which is of an edible quality, and I just put a couple of drops of that. And I was said, because I'm not a breakfast person. I'm really not. And so that wasn't a big thing for me. But as far as packing warm clothes, hat, gloves, scarf, boots, things like that. And I'm glad I had them with me, even in on my Paris trip. At first I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta haul these heavy things with me, and it's going to be wonderful in Paris in late 60s, early 70 temperatures, which was heaven for us in Minnesota, because we went through our crazy winter storms yet tail end of April. But I was happy I had them there because I used them in Paris too. Can you imagine? How about you? What did your packing in? Are you a breakfast person or?
Well, first of all, I am a breakfast person, and the hotel we stayed at had a very nice breakfast buffet, like a normal breakfast buffet. One thing I do wanted to call out is this is the only breakfast buffet that had cod liver oil in little cups, or in a bottle of cod liver oil, where you could take a little sip or a little cup of cod liver oil if you wanted. I personally did not take that. I stuck with the eggs, bacon, sausage, pastries. Very good pastries there. So I would eat that, and my wife was still up in the room, and I would just bring a plate back with her with cheeses and that kind of stuff. But cheeses were very good.
Oh, aren't you a sweet spouse there to do that for your wife? That's a real vacation for your wife, because she works hard, and you do as well, and so well-deserved vacation and nice treatment there.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Cod liver oil. When I hear that word, 3 words, it reminds me and takes me back to my childhood, because my mom would give us these cod liver oil, kind of like gel cap things when you were little, and we had to take them. I hear that music, but when we come back, maybe a good time to talk about some interesting blubber you've tried.
Sure.
Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be right back. I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-261-9818 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-261-9818. Again, 800-261-9818.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill. I had high blood pressure, diabetes, poor vision. I wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract. From within a few days, I started sleeping better. My blood pressure normalized. My diabetes normalized. My sleep improved.
Experience these benefits and more when your body heals itself with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
And folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking Heart and Body Extract.
Heart and Body Extract comes with a 100% ironclad money-back guarantee. Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
It's been said, any society is only 3 missed meals away from chaos. Those times may be near. Think about it. Our country faces multiple terrorist threats and aggressions from Russia and North Korea. Social unrest and violent marches yet again may lead to looting of stores and city shutdowns. And our crumbling infrastructure leaves our power grid vulnerable to long-term outages from a single cyber attack. When the chaos from any one of these threats arises, the government knows it can't provide during a widespread national emergency. That's why you need your own plan for self-reliance. That's where My Patriot Supply comes in. Get a 4-week survival food supply for only $99. That includes breakfast, lunches, and dinners. Order online at preparewithgcn.com. $99 for 4 weeks of survival food that tastes like homemade cooking and lasts up to 25 years from My Patriot Supply. Get your kits today at preparewithgcn.com. Free shipping is included. Preparewithgcn.com.
This is a warning to all household pests, to all cockroaches, spiders, ants, mice, and rats. If you've made yourself at home in someone else's home, you'd better hope the owners never hear about Terminix. Because Terminix has the know-how and the means to do whatever it takes to remove you from that home. Terminix has 90 years of experience eliminating home invaders. And they make it easy for homeowners to be protected by offering a free pest estimate by calling 1-800-676-9879. Cockroaches, spiders, ants, mice, rats, and other pests. This is your last chance. With one call, Terminix will remove you from the home you've invaded. If you think you can simply come back later, think again. Terminix will never stop working to keep you out with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Pests. Wherever you are, I will find you. Pests, you've been warned. Homeowners are calling Terminix right now for a free pest estimate. 1-800-676-9879. 1-800-676-9879. 30-day money-back guarantee at participating locations. Limitations apply. See plan for details.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show. Please find me on my YouTube channel, the Naseema Omer Show, as I will have a lovely video file with pictures and the audio file put together out there, and it should be available to you in a couple of days. In the meantime, enjoy the archives and podcasts as well. You know, George, the Vikings, let's talk a little about that. And we have so much info to provide here, so we'll just skim on that. But apparently, you know, the recorded history of Iceland began with the settlement of Viking explorers. And it was fascinating to me because we, being from Minnesota, and you being right here from our sunny Burnsville, Minnesota area, right? Our football team and Vikings, and we have this background of Scandinavians, etc.
Yep.
And you actually stumbled upon the Vikings Hotel on your way, and I just saw it. I wish I had time to take pictures, but it was like Zoom. It was like, oh, that's it. So it has a special spot in my heart for that aspect too, the Vikings, don't you think?
Right. And can I tell you, I would like to share the story behind the Viking Hotel.
Yes.
Now, as I stated before, the Reykjavik International Airport is not in Reykjavik. There is a regional airport in Reykjavik, and the travel agent we went through provided a map to me saying, okay, when you land, get your rental car. It's just like go down a few blocks, take a left, go down, take a right, a left, and the hotel is right there. It's probably a 5-minute drive. We landed in Reykjavik International Airport, which is 40 kilometers away from Reykjavik.
Yes.
So we landed and we're driving and we get in the car and we drive out of the airport, and we're in a lava field. You know what I'm talking about? That lava.
Yes.
And there's nothing.
The yes.
There's nothing there.
Nothing.
It looks like the moon.
Right.
So,
you know, I must give credit. Okay, in the city parts, there are some trees, but most of them are imported. But anyways, I digress. Go ahead.
Yes, and the only trees in Iceland are these little scrub bushes, and they're like 3 or 4 feet high. So the big joke is, I'm kind of digressing here, but the big joke, how do you, if you get lost in an Icelandic forest, what do you do?
Look for one of those tiny wooden houses. No, I don't know.
Stand up.
Too funny, George. Too funny. But go on.
So anyway, we're driving and we're trying to get to Reykjavik.
Yes.
And everything is in Icelandic, and I don't speak we don't speak Icelandic. Blah blah blah. So we finally hit a metropolitan area, and I said, well, this must be Reykjavik, because I think Reykjavik's the only town in Iceland. So we started just driving around randomly, turning left and right and driving it. And we got totally lost. We couldn't figure out where we were, but we drove by a hotel called the Viking Hotel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I went, this has got to be a sign from above. It wasn't a Packer motel or a Lion motel. It was the Viking.
It was, and it had its helmet and the horns and everything. It was wonderful. I wish I had a picture. I'm going to find a picture of it on the web. Yeah. So we went in, and I walked in, and my first thing was, will they speak English? You're right.
Because in the airport they spoke English.
Right.
So I walked in, and first thing, do you speak English? And he says, yes. I almost hugged him.
I can only imagine when you're expecting something to be like a hop, skip, and jump away.
Exactly.
Right?
So I said, we need to go here. And I pointed on a map, or I pointed to the address. And he says, you're nowhere near there.
What was the look on your Mary Beth's face at that time?
You know, she was just
exhausted.
We were exhausted. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so he pointed us out and figured out on our GPS how it worked, and that's a whole other story. I won't get into that.
Okay.
And again, he just said, you just go down here, take a right, and go, a couple blocks, hit the stoplight, take a left, and you just follow the road, and it'll take you right to your hotel. And sure enough, that's what it did.
Okay.
Oh, and Naseema, you want to guess the person's name at the Viking Motel? Guess what his name was?
Tell me.
Viking.
I wonder if he was the owner.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Did you say Skoll?
It kind of looked at me kind of funny.
Too funny.
Yes.
Too funny. But you were telling me the word for cheers in Icelandic.
Is scowl. Not skull.
Yeah.
Scowl.
Interesting.
Yes. But
interesting.
Skull, which we're all used to saying,
right.
is shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm... or shoe.
So Viking fans out there, I should tell Bob Lertzema, he'll get a kick out of that.
Benchwarmer Bob.
Benchwarmer Bob. Right. But now you figure all this through this handy-dandy app you have on your phone.
Yes. A couple of them. First of all, we downloaded this Icelandic phrasebook app, and it has phrases you can do like time, color, stop, go, please, blah, blah, blah. But my son downloaded on our app the Google Translate app, where he can go English to any kind of language. It has a whole list of them. And we chose, obviously, Icelandic, where you could actually say the word, how do I get there? And then it would say in Icelandic, which we never had to use, thank goodness, because everybody spoke English.
Yes.
I only ran into like one person that couldn't speak English.
Yes. Same here. Most everyone spoke great English, really. I mean, if I spoke 5% of Icelandic, I'd pat myself on the back. And there were very few people, they attempted to speak English, and I could understand them, even if they knew like 8 words out of 10, right?
Yep.
We made do. And Reykjavik actually is the world's northernmost capital, and its population, interestingly enough now, is only 300,000, between 300,000 and 350,000, and most of them live in the city.
Right. I think 350,000 is Iceland total.
Total. And
90% of them live in Reykjavik.
Yes, and actually I think it's 337,000, so it's less than that.
Right.
Right? Yeah. So very clever about Iceland and tourist information, but, because the population is so small, and the most dense part of that small population is in the capital city, the officials actually have an app. Talking about apps, have an app for the locals, anyone to use, tracing back genealogy, family trees, etc., to see how one is related to the other. Because, in such a small population, you want to know who you're marrying these days. And so one of our tour guides was saying, well, if you meet somebody at the bar and you're thinking of dating or going further, they both take out their handy-dandy apps and trace back and see how many generations back they're related to, which is fascinating.
And I've also found, speaking of that the Iceland, they've embraced technology, especially this mobile technology. They've embraced it. Now, we were talking on break about, exchanging monies.
Money, yeah.
We exchanged maybe a couple $100 thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to need it. We didn't need it at all.
Mm-hmm.
We, pretty much everything was on the credit card. I rarely saw anybody hand paper money or kroners, as we know.
Correct.
Which, evidently, Iceland was ruled by the Danish, so they use the Danish currency, which is kind of silly, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, there is that little friction that still happens there. Yeah. But
I don't know if you saw any of the paper money or...
Not really, no.
They had like a 10,000 or a 50,000 kroner bill, and I thought, oh my gosh, I can go buy a car with this. But it's like $5.
Right. Yeah. The inflation or whatever. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But let's talk about, thanks to the tourism world, and they are really, really good to tourists. Everyone speaks English. I had no worries. I didn't exchange any money, actually. I just used my credit cards.
Mm-hmm.
I had some U.S. dollars. I knew they'd be useless there because I'd kind of done a little bit of research. Believe it or not, I'd done a little bit before my trip, reading Facebook resources, website resources, that any other currency would do no good other than credit cards and the krona. But let's talk. I'm going to have you guess.
Okay.
The flag of Iceland has 3 colors. Red is for?
The volcanoes.
Perfect. White is for?
The glaciers.
And the snow. Ice. What? Yeah. And blue.
I'm going to say ocean, but that's not right. It's the sky, if I'm correct.
2 good guesses. The blue, interestingly enough, stands for the mountains, One would normally think oceans, sky, but it's the mountains. Isn't that fascinating?
It is.
Right? And then there's a story about those two pillars, which we call the two poles that we saw on garbage cans, etc., etc. And that's an interesting story. And so I looked into that further because my walking tour guide had explained it, but it kind of ran over my head. I didn't remember it after a week. But apparently, legend has it, a golfer threw overboard two carved pillars and pledged to settle wherever they landed. In due time, the pillars were found in the current day Reykjavik, where he settled with his family in the year 874. And so it has a significance there. Let's talk about the tours you exactly booked or did over there.
We did several tours, Naseema. First tour we did was the Golden Circle tour, which was very interesting. We took a bus and we went north of the city to the, I can't remember the exact name of it. It was a national park, a big giant national park, and we went to the place where the North Tectonic Plate and the Eurasian Tectonic Plate collide. But we'll talk about that in a bit.
Yes, when we get back from our break, we'll talk about that. Tours are plentiful in Reykjavik.
Advertising is simple. It starts with someone who has a need.
Mom!
And then gets more specific.
Mom, I want pizza.
Then we add urgency.
I want pizza tonight.
Before you know it, your GCN advertising message is reaching millions of listeners. Listeners who are definitely in need.
We want pizza!
You see, advertising on GCN is simple. Your message meets their need, and the result means new business for you. Tell us about your business. Then let our super creative department go to work to craft just the right message to feed those who have an urgent need.
We want pizza tonight!
GCN has the most affordable national radio advertising rates, period. And millions of people listen to GCN radio programs on over 1,000 AM and FM and XM stations and streaming audio live. Get started today with GCN, the Genesis Communications Network. Just shoot us an email, advertise@gcnlive.com.
I tried other brands, but I came back to My Sunshine.
For the best hot or cold pain relief, get the best. Get a Sunny Bay heating pad.
Sometimes life can be a pain in the neck, or back, or shoulder.
And the best relief for that pain is a Sunny Bay heating pad. Did you know that the American College of Physicians said that one of the best ways to treat muscle pain is heat therapy? Sunny Bay heating pads are handmade with high quality, can be used at home or at work, and have a lifetime 100% positive rating on both Amazon and Etsy.
Why take another pill?
Many people use our Sunny Bay heating pads alone and got rid of the neck pain.
Long-distance travel or long hours in front of a computer can take its toll on your body.
Our homegrown small business tries to help people just like us. That's why we design and test our handmade products with great care before we introduce them to the public. You can easily find Sunny Bay heating pads on Amazon. Just go to Amazon.com and search for Sunny Bay heating pads.
Aging is one thing that affects everyone. George has talked about the power of stem cells for years. Now, there's a new serum that harnesses that stem cell power to bring back your youthful look. Beverly Hills doctor Nathan Newman.
Stem cells are basically our fountain of youth. This is what maintains our body's reparative, regenerative abilities. As we age, every cell breaks down and needs to be replaced, and what replaces it is the stem cell.
Dr. Newman and Janess have developed Luminess. Luminess takes the science of stem cells using the same growth factor complex that literally heals our cells, slowing the appearance of the aging process. Apply Luminess twice daily and on average see results in a week. Learn learn more, watch our video, and order today at a special Coast website, healthylooking.com. Plus, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, that's healthylooking.com. Luminous, for a healthier, much younger, better-looking you. Buy now at healthylooking.com.
Get the ultimate knife at an ultimate price. The Fox Karambit knife. Finally available in the U.S., the Fox Karambit knife opens with one hand, faster than you can pull a handgun. For utility, for defense, and for way less than other knives of this caliber. Go to theultimateknife.com. Truly the best knife you will ever own, and only available at theultimateknife.com. Use promo code radio at checkout for free shipping. Get the ultimate knife at the ultimate price at theultimateknife.com.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-301-5435. That's 800-301-5435. 800-301-5435.
You have been lied to, generation after generation, time after time after time.
If you follow the money, then you understand why America's in the condition it's in.
You created the Federal Reserve in 1913 through lies. You create 9/11. Through 9/11, then you're fighting a war on terror, and now all of a sudden you go into Iraq, which was another lie.
This book will open people's eyes. Order now at killingunclesambook.com. killingunclesambook.com.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Naseema Omer Show. This is our very last segment. If you're just joining in, please listen to the archive podcast files available on NaseemaOmer.com. That's Naseema, OMER.com, or you may go to GCNlive.com and find the archive and podcasts as well. GCN stands for Genesis Communication Network, the producers of my show here in Burnsville, Minnesota. I will be putting a YouTube file on my YouTube channel with the audio and pictures into a video file, so enjoy that as well and share with family and friends. Give me a like there and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Tours are plentiful in Iceland, and you can choose to book some ahead of time or while you're there. While you're there, there are agents' offices that you can book them on or online, but then you're taking a little risk of it being full and not having spaces available. So if you can pre-book your tours, that's a better idea. But while in Reykjavik, at the City Hall, they have a tour agent that's government officiated. And that's where I got some of my tours, and some were pre-booked. Now, the walking tour is available in Reykjavik and is available free to anyone. So you may choose to do that. The groups are bigger. I chose to do the walking VIP tour that included a lunch, and so I paid a little bit for that and got to taste and enjoy some of their traditional lamb soup. Lamb is primarily the main meat over there in Iceland, and it was wonderful. It was a wonderful, nice soup. It came in a little bread bowl. It was wonderful. And you know what that reminds me, George? I was going to ask you about blubber. Because you mentioned you've had some weird blubber there.
Yes, we did. We were fortunate to have a chef prepare a meal for us, and one of the little samples he gave us was whale, Miki whale. It wasn't like, a great white or anything like that. It was Miki whale, which is legally hunted there.
Okay.
But we had whale blubber, and it was in a little cube about the size of a sugar cube. Ate it, and it was fairly tasteless, but it had the texture of cream of wheat.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. And now, did you have a chaser with that? And the reason I ask is because I tasted something there that we had to chase it with something.
I did not chase it with that, but I did have the Black Death, what is it called? Black Death schnapps. It was that black label. We did sample that, and I do have we brought a bottle back, and it's in our refrigerator.
Interesting. Very nice. So, what I meant was chase it with another food, but yes, talking about the liquor, I mean, their vodka is really amazing.
Very good.
Made with potato and caraway, I believe, is one that I tried. it was excellent.
Yes.
It was excellent.
Reykjavik. You can actually pick it up here in the States.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried fermented shark. It is poison. No, not really. It used to be at one time.
Yeah, the Greenland shark.
It used to be at one time, yes. And so they really, soak it, and so it's like ammonia. Well, shark, what do they eat and stuff? I mean, it was nasty. I mean, at first, the first layer isn't. I mean, your taste buds kind of kick in. The aftertaste is horrible.
Really?
And so he had us chase it with licorice candy or licorice sweets.
Yep. Okay.
Just something to munch on and get that. But he said that his mom, their dad would like the tour guide. Oh my gosh, I think we're going to have to do a sequel. We're going to have to do a sequel and just focus on all the tours we did and the foods.
Yes.
Let's do that, George.
Okay.
We're running out of time. Thank you so much for your time. I've had a great time. Hope you have too. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to all the listeners, and we will chase this with a sequel.
Yes, that sounds good.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joel Wallach, founder of Youngevity, a publicly traded company. We're very excited about it. We're in 55 countries and just really helping the world. Just very excited. I've been sharing this message for over 30 years, and it has not changed with the changing times. Every man, woman, and child needs the 90 essential nutrients just to survive, much less to thrive. To put the odds in your favor to live as long as possible with the highest possible quality of life, you must get these nutrients every day.
I am Naseema of the Naseema Omer Radio Show and a key leader distributor of Youngevity. I take the nutritional supplements that Dr. Joel Wallach has put together in a neat package, Healthy Body Start Pack, and get all the 90 essential nutrients daily. Get started on yours today from my online store, NaseemaOmer.com. That's NaseemaOmer.com, or call 877-279-9422.
We call it the crapper, water closet, outhouse, or bathroom. But where do you go when there's nowhere to go? The answer is the Biffy Bag. The Biffy Bag is a pocket-sized disposable toilet that fits in your glove box, tackle box, toolbox, backpack, or purse. The Biffy Bag has everything you need for a sanitary and comfortable relief experience. It's ready to use in just seconds, and just toss it in the trash when you're done. It's your Biffy in a jiffy. BiffyBag.com. BiffyBag.com.
Healthcare reform is confusing, but whether it's finding an affordable insurance plan, keeping your doctor, or being able to afford needed prescriptions, navigating the healthcare system has become a challenge. Control your own healthcare costs and choices with Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare is not insurance. It is an association of self-pay patients who unite with like-minded people to share the cost of each other's medical needs. Neighbor helping neighbor. Learn more now.